John Beltran, Dave Urig, along with videographer Grayson Simmons. At halftime, the Beat Diggers lead the Eaton Reds 26-0. An update with Brush Softball. And by the way, as I mentioned before, you can go to ksir.com/sports. And the first, I believe, 10 to 11 videos are at Brush Softball team having a very good season. Have slipped a little bit of late, but did win today over the Akron Rams 8-5. And their game against Ray, scheduled for tomorrow, will be on Monday at 4 o'clock. And that is in Brush. So the Beat Diggers trying to build some momentum with a victory today. And hopefully the Lady Diggers can win on Monday and then go into the postseason with some momentum. And they were state ranked for a good portion of the season, but they have ran into some tough competition. Erie has won several state championships. Burlington very good. Valley with a 3-0 loss last week. Platte Valley earlier this week defeated Brush 5-2, and virtually all those teams are state ranked. So it makes it that much more of a challenge as the Beat Diggers continue their softball season. And teams are meeting out, and even the players, they're just jumping up and down. I mean, Dave, you got to feel for everybody outside. It's just, I mean, I know we've said that before, but these conditions, to be at a football game like this, to survive out there is, I don't know, it's almost beyond belief. I mean, I would be at this football game outside right around never. No way. I mean, if this were last week in Gilchrist, I'd have trouble even getting through one play. And it was getting cold last week in the fourth quarter. But compared to this week, that was a perfect night.
Yeah, this is a total different scene. I look out there at the flag, and it's still whipping. The only difference is in the first half it was whipping straight sideways. Now the flag looks like it's starting to point up a little bit. So that's how hard the wind's blowing.
All right, the Beat Diggers will kick it off, and Jacob Fector will do so. And Tyler Smith is one of the deep men. And let's see who the other deep man is there for Eaton. That appears to be Caleb Selby. And the Reds did have a pretty good return earlier in this game. The Beat Diggers lead 26-0. They'd love to make this a running clock, but they have to score 2 touchdowns and get 2 extra points. You need a 40-point lead at the very minimum. And that kick is boomed towards the 6-yard line, fielded by Smith at the 10, running straight ahead to the 15 to 20, finds a seam, breaks out of a tackle at the 30, along the sideline with 1 to beat. That's Fector, who drags him out of bounds across the 45 to the 46, a return of over 40 yards. And quite frankly, the Beat Diggers on kickoff coverage and the last 2 times have been pretty poor.
Yeah, it's over here on the right side where, remember, they kick off from that double kind of bunch formation, and then they all take off running from there, and then they fan out. But the guys that are over here on this side, I watched them that time. They had a little bit, they got a little upfield a little bit too far. So as the Eaton kid was running upfield or running towards them, they kind of ran past him a little bit too far. They didn't give themselves enough room to keep that containment and keep them inside.
Tony Baugh in a shotgun formation as the Eaton quarterback. 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. Man in motion to the right. And there's the give running wide to the right across the 50-yard line and down to about the 48 for a gain of 6. Before that tackle was made over there by, looked like Derek Lynch. And that was Weston Hager, the sophomore. And they've run that play a couple of times pretty successfully. Yeah,
he's run it for 17 yards, and then again that time for 6, and it was both times all the way from the left hash mark all the way over to the Eaton sideline.
2nd down and 4 for the Reds at the Beat Digger 48. I think the Beat Digger defense got something to prove here because they've been soft on a couple of these possessions that the Reds have been able to drive down the field. But luckily for Brush, they haven't given up a point yet. All right, 2nd down and 4 from the Beat Digger 48. Shotgun formation once again for the Reds. Ball awaiting the snap with a running back to his left. In motion is Smith. He doesn't get the football. It's a keeper and cutting it back to the left side. 1st down for Ball, and he's got a seam inside the 35 to the 33. Brandon Rutherford makes the tackle, but that's a gain of 15 yards. And the second half is pretty much beginning like Eaton's first drive of the game.
Yeah, that's for sure. And you watch that play, it kind of goes, they go hand in hand. The first time they gave it to Hager as he ran in that end around over to the right side. This time they ran it this other side, and Ball was able to pull the ball out. He made a fake handoff up the middle, and then he kept it himself. So it's like a sort of a triple option sort of a play where any one of 3 things that could happen.
First down and 10 for the Reds at the Beet Digger 33-yard line with Brush leading 26-0, 10:38 to go in the third. Ball is under center this time. More than likely he'll hand it off, and he does, to Ash, who continues to drive inside the 30-yard line to around the 24. It's a gain of 9 yards in the play, and Tanner Morrow made the tackle, but another successful gain for the Reds.
And like we said before, Ash is just a little bit different look compared to the other Eaton players as he runs with a lot more power up and down the field and not so much sideways.
Second down and 1 to go for the Reds at the Beet Digger 24. Under 10 minutes to go in the third. That clock for many of those fans cannot run fast enough. The lone setback is Ash. Ball sends Reher in motion to the left. Awaiting the snap. Play action, rolling to his right as Ball, setting up, and he's going to get out of a tackle, and he's going to drive to around the 22-yard line. Dylan French was right on top of him but couldn't get to him. That should be a first down. All he needed was a yard, and he got 2.
You know, French was closing in on him, just like you said. I thought he was getting ready to make the sack, and all of a sudden one of the Eaton offensive linemen turned around and blocked him.
That football's at the 23, inside the 23. They're going to measure, but boy, look from here that he easily got the first down. Unless my vision is just cheating me completely, they'll stretch out the sticks.
You know, it was kind of fun last week down at Valley. Remember, the officials, they were really nice about awarding those first downs when they were there, and they didn't really measure a whole lot. And tonight, with the temperature the way it is, it's kind of neat how the officials are being so thorough, making sure that the first downs are there.
Well, and he got the first down by a ball, you know, an entire length of the football. First and 10 for the Reds. And why don't we run the clock here? That would be nice, and they've started to do that with 9:36 to go in the third. Brush leading 26-0, first and 10 from the 23. Ball is under center. Man is in motion to the left. Ball will hand it off right up the gut, and that is a gain of around 3 to the 20-yard line. And Zach Ash, I believe correct pronunciation now from what I hear is Ashy. And Derek Lynch in on the play. Tyson Larrick also around the football. Second down and 7.
One of the few times that Eaton tried to show just a power run right up the middle without a lot of crossbuck or fancy action in the backfield.
Receiver split left and right. This is the 6th play of the drive. Eaton's kept the ball on the ground on second down and 7 from the Beet Digger 20. Sending a man in motion to the left. And Ball, play action, looking to throw over the middle. The pass is complete at around the 10-yard line. Pass is caught by, I believe, Reher. And that's going to be a first down. Brandon Rutherford makes the play, but it's a gain of 10 yards.
Well, I'm pretty impressed with that throw. It's against a real strong wind, and he threw it right on a rope. The ball didn't flutter or anything, just a nice spiral and an accurate throw.
So first down. That ball's just outside the 10. Shotgun formation for Tony Ball. Ash in motion to the right, and there's the option right, and Ball's going to take off with the football to the 5, cuts it back to the inside, and he is going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. So Tony Ball scores from 10 yards away, and the Reds on their opening drive of the third quarter have made this a 26-6 game.
Well, Ball's carried the ball 13 times for 68 yards, and running that option again, right there he did a good job of cutting back several times and running against the grain as the Diggers kind of flew in there with a lot of arm tackles that just wouldn't bring him down.
Ismael Mendoza to attempt the extra point. Awaiting the snap. It is down. That kick is up. And the extra point is good. 8:19 to go, third quarter. It's Brush 26, Eaton 7 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.